Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. Inspirational quotes are not the only thing that we've gleaned from Mahatma Gandhi. He rallied against the injustice of racial segregation. He founded a political movement and developed a theoretical belief in nonviolent civil protests, and that became his political stance. But today I'm not here to talk politics with you about Mahatma Gandhi or anything else. I'm here to talk to you about Gandhi's biggest contributions to education. His philosophy of education is naturalistic in its setting, idealistic in its aims, and pragmatic in its methods, and a program of work. Rather, 2004, page 115. Three of the biggest components that's interwoven in Gandhi's whole concept or whole ideas around education are that of nonviolence, peaceful education, and moral sensibilities. Gandhi took a stance and believed that everybody should be a nonviolent, peaceful, moral contributor to society. And you can see that in his concept of basic education. He believed that education should prepare individuals to take jobs that were useful in society. Basic education is the concept that he created. And there's many, many components that we won't discuss here today to Gandhi's idea of basic education. I'm here to talk to you about three of the biggest components. And that is the three things that are interwoven into every aspect of it. First and foremost, he did think it should be free education. And through that free, self-supporting education, students will get training on nonviolence, or the idea of nonviolence is interwoven into it. And you practice nonviolence through individual transformation. He stresses that receptivity to personal transformation and turning inward through meditative practices as ways in which we can attain the inner states needed for virtuous action. Snow, 2016. He believed that education was a service to meet the needs of others and as ethical and spiritual liberation. Allen, 2007. So he believed that education should be self-supporting. It should be supporting the self or supporting the individual. And there's a big role that the individual plays in that. They need to practice through introspection, through meditation, of how to be a peaceful, nonviolent, active, contributing member of society. Gandhi's native tongue was Sanskrit, and the word for nonviolence in Sanskrit is ahimsa, or without violence. So, speaking of native tongue, he believed that education should be taught in an individual's native tongue because that is how they will learn better. So that's the reason why I make it a point to mention the Sanskrit word ahimsa, because that is a big component of his idea of basic education. Through basic education, he believed, again, being contributing members of society, that students should learn through crafting, hands-on crafting, making crafts. And in that, another component of the self-supporting education is that this craft that these students create will be sold in society. So therefore supporting society, but also supporting the schools. So any money that is made off these crafts that the students make will support the school system and will also support the teacher's education. He also believed, and this is where the three big components, nonviolence, peaceful education, and moral sensibilities, is interwoven into all of his aspects of basic education. He believed that it should be socially sound. So, to be socially sound, these students are taught about nonviolence, about peacefulness. They're taught morals and values. They're taught empathy, compassion, cooperation, which is also the basis of his political movement. So Gandhi contributed a lot to the education, not necessarily these grandiose technical education things. He taught how to just be a good person, how to be nice, how to be kind, how to be morally just, and use that to make a loud voice and to be a contributing member of society.